Hello everyone and welcome to our mini homestead. Today is part 2 of our series in planting tomatoes this year. Last year we were not successful. We were successful in planting and growing, but there was no fruit. So this year we're gonna do it again in a different way. Last year we did it in a garden bed. Today we're gonna do it in here in ground with these tomato towers. If you have not watched part 1, go ahead and watch it, how to prepare this bed and prepare the soil about over a month or month and a half before you actually transplant your seedlings, and also how to do your seedlings as in that video part 1. Today is part 2, and then when we prune and when we harvest seed, we'll do part and 3 or 4 and 5, and we'll combine them all together in one video by the end. But today I'm gonna transplant these seedlings, and as you see, some of them are not standing right, so we will support them. We have 11 tomato tower here, and I have 9 seedlings. So we're gonna do 3 and then remove 1 tower, 3 and remove 1 tower, and 3. And where the tower will be removed, we are going to plant beans. So last year we did not do any companion planting, with just one bed, whatever. This year I'm gonna try to do a companion planting. There is so many different plants you can plant with tomato that will help the tomato. I'm only using beans now. Maybe I put a couple of lettuce in the front, things that does not compete with tomatoes and at the same time can help in different ways. The beans will help with the nitrogen in soil. It will take nitrogen from the environment and from the air and add it to the soil, which will help the green growth for the tomatoes. I have here at least 4 or 5 inches, if not more, of wood chips as mulch. And if you look at the plant, although I used larger seedlings, and the plant is supposedly established very well, but it's not standing very good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig in dirt in the soil that I prepared in part 1, as much as this, and put this in the soil and cover the mulch up to here to support the plants, and then it will grow and get supported in the tower. Here we planted 9 tomato plants. Some of them looks okay, some of them looks pitiful. We'll see how they will recover, but we'll take care of them. Now I did not add any compost, so I did not add any compost in the hole, because if you have seen part 1, for the seed starting mix that I used, it's already half of it is compost, and I'd already put compost in the bed, so I'm not adding compost in the hole. I'm just gonna add it on top, so when it rains or I water, it will take these nutrients and go down go down on the roots, and then it will be benefit from it. If I put it in the hole, the roots has to go deeper to get to it, which is good, but if the nutrition is coming down, it will be easier for the plant to absorb this compost. And there is also already compost in the soil beneath, so that's it's already there. So these are the seeds for the beans I'm using. I'm gonna put 4 plants, one at the very beginning and one after 3 tomato plants, and then another one after the other 3, and one in the very end. I'm gonna put 3 seeds in each spot to guarantee germination. These need to be about an inch or less deep. We'll bury them. We'll leave it without mulch until they germinate, so they will have the light when they germinate, and then when they are established, we add the mulch. So here we start with beans, put 3 seeds in each spot, and then we have 3 plants of tomatoes and another beans, and so forth. So we have 4 plants of beans, or just put the seeds in, and that's the 4th one here. I'm gonna add some compost for each one and water. And I went ahead also and planted some super red romaine lettuce, very good antioxidant source, between the tomatoes. So we have, starting with beans, tomato, romaine lettuce, tomato, romaine lettuce, tomato, and then beans, tomato, romaine lettuce, and so on. So the romaine lettuce, it's kind of late to plant it. It's kind of late to plant the romaine lettuce. It's gonna get hot and that's why I planted it between the tomatoes, so it will be shaded by the tomatoes. It's not gonna go too high. We're gonna prune the lower part of the tomatoes, so it's not gonna intervene with airflow, and at the same time we're using the space, the soil that we prepared here, and it's not gonna require a lot of nitrogen, so it's not gonna interfere with the tomato, and we're using the place, and we'll see how it goes. So that's what I have planted here in this bed, and try to maximize the usage of the space. And I will go ahead and bring a bucket of compost and put a little bit on top of each plant, and then I water. Here is my compost, combination of kitchen scrap, rabbit manure, very old aged chicken manure, and maybe some grass cutting. That's what we have, and that's what we use. So I just take one scoop like that and put it on the top of each plant.